Okay, time to start another email. Do I begin it with Professor Smith or Mr. Smith or Hi Matt? This is sort of the mind process that I go through when I'm trying to begin an email, and it's something that I never expected to experience, but ever since landing in Australia, it's been something that I've had to deal with. In the Philippines and in Thailand, I was always taught to use formal titles when it comes to university staff. So their last names would always be preceded by Mr. or Miss or Mrs., and that's how it was always going to be, and I just accepted that. It was always used in order to sort of show that power distance and hierarchy between the students and the staff, and it also kind of signified how untouchable the university staff were, I guess. But when I came to Australia, it was completely different. I was not used to how staff were called by their first names by students, and how their names were thrown in quite a laid-back and casual attitude. And yeah, so I was not used to it at all, and it was a completely different experience for me. I've even had instances where teachers have emailed me back saying that they were uncomfortable with me using formal titles with their names, and it was a bit mind-boggling just because the fact that they were uncomfortable with something that I was so used to. And it was clear that they were very uncomfortable with my use of formal titles, but in doing so, it made me kind of uncomfortable because I felt like I was being rude by using such laid-back first names. So it was a crazy few months sort of experiencing that and trying to understand that different cultural stance of the Australians compared to how a Filipino and a Thai would understand it. So when arriving in Australia, I had no idea that such an insignificant aspect of my university life, such as emailing, would cause so much turmoil and stress. It has really hindered, I guess, my university experience, just because I am sometimes hesitant to engage with university staff because I don't know how to present myself and I don't know how to really approach them, just because of a simple thing like titles. And because of that, I have not been really able to ask them as many questions as I may have liked, or really ask them for help regarding assessments from here and there. So even such a simple thing as titles can really impact the way that my university life has flourished. It's a process and it's a challenge that I'm currently working through. I'm hoping that I'll be able to be more open to the laid-back attitude of Australians and be more open to saying hello to tutors with such informal titles. It would be lovely if university staff would be able to be more open to university students' cultural differences, and remember that we may not necessarily understand Australians' norms, and it may take some time for us to adjust to the Australian environment. Thank you.